பயாலஜி இன் தமிழ் கோர்வை சேனல் சார்பாக அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். என் பெயர் கனதாசன். Today I am going to present my video on asexual reproduction part 1. This is a very small content only. In addition to asexual reproduction, the small content, I am also going to tell you about certain skills which you are able to attend, you are able to use in the preparation as well as while you are attending the examination. Before we enter into this video, if you like this video, press the like button, share this video to your friends, comment on it, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to receive more such videos in future. Two types of reproduction. First, what is reproduction? Reproduction means production or perpetuation of young ones of the same kind. There are two types, asexual and sexual. When no gamete is involved, then it is called as asexual. When gametes and fertilization are involved, then it is called as sexual reproduction. Now imagine a teacher is asking you to learn this content of asexual reproduction, or you are learning on your own interest. How will you learn? Most of the times, most of the students apply memory skill alone. They learn like this. Asexual reproduction in lower levels organisms. Some of the methods include formation of conidia, example Aspergillus and Penicillium, budding, example yeast and hydra, fragmentation, example Spirogyra, production of gemma, example Marchantia, regeneration, example Planaria. Likewise, they read and repeat it until they are very thorough with the content. Suppose the student having a good memory, within 3 or 4 reading itself, they become very thorough. They say biology is very easy, I learnt. Whereas the student who are having poor memory, even after 3 to 4 times or 10 times reading, they are not able to recollect and tell the information. So they say biology is very difficult for them. Okay, now even for the student who learnt immediately, how long they are able to remember? That is one of the question. So it may be in a short-term memory, it may be in a long-term memory. Now the question arises: is there any other skill other than memory skill we can apply to learn this content, or in generally in biology? If you ask this question, I can say yes. Here I am going to tell you something about one skill which is called as visualization. Okay, what is visualization? I'll tell you now. This student is asked to remember the word written on the board. Okay, apple is written on the board, right? How this student is able to recollect the particular word, and what possible image the student can create in his mind. If you ask that question, here I gave some 6 options, right? If you see cut apple, cut into pieces, green apple, red apple, here just a drawn picture, and here apple word itself. What is the most appropriate imaging here? If you ask that question, most of us image the apple in this way only, because this represents the typical apple. So this is the visualized image. Now this is called as visualization. Some person visualize the term apple in this way also. You see, with some blood in it. They had the experience of seeing it because of their bleeding teeth once in his life. So that is the reason why immediately they are able to recollect it. The reason here is emotion, that is the fear to see the blood and also bleeding of their own gums. Create a strong memory which is replacing the typical apple picture here, typical apple image here. So they are able to recollect this image. So the emotion play a very strong role in creating the long term and strong memory. So in the same perspective, if you see this content here, what is the imaging you can create in your mind? No imaging mostly, I can say. Okay, and also what is the emotion? It may be the interest and enthusiasm in passing the NEET examination or board examination. So this is this little amount of emotion and a little amount of imaging about any one of these can create a very poor and short-term memory only. Suppose you are browsing the net and getting the picture for Aspergillus like this. So Aspergillus, the reproductive structure conidia. You see conidia here. It is like a ground spinner like structure. And here you see it is like a broomstick. Likewise, you are able to there is create a image, and also here you are seeing yes, yeast budding is taking place, right? One small bulged structure is produced, and nuclear elongation take place. And for the hydra, budding of there is a branching of tree, okay, and it extends. So you are able to see these images, okay, so you are able to recollect these images when you are studying. So this is the hydra budding and this is the yeast budding, and this is the fragmentation. Small piece of cells are able to produce the entire Spirogyra filament, right? And also Gemma cup, this is the Gemma cup. Here you can see a small cup like structure, and this is the thallus. Okay, this cup like structure again can grow and produce the thallus like this. So these are called as Gemma in Marchantia. And regeneration in planaria. Planaria is an animal. So even if it is cut into three pieces, the last portion it is able to regenerate. Okay, so it is so from one animal, three animals are produced. So this is also called as asexual reproduction only. And some more points you can learn, and I would like to add here: any tiny piece, not this very tiny piece of their body, is able to regenerate the full organism in about 10 days. Very clear? So the source of that power is a large amount of adult stem cells in their body. So adult stem cell, we'll be seeing it in the future videos. And this is the binary fission. So one bacteria become two bacteria. Okay, so this is called as binary fission. Now you ask that question. Now we are going to that is study about one neat type of question based on the portion we learnt. So mostly this type of area they will ask match the question, match the usual methods of asexual reproduction in lower level organism given below. So on one side they will be giving the type of asexual reproduction, another side they will be giving the example. So you have to find out which is matching correctly. Are you clear? So you will be given some 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds you have to read and understand the question. In another 30 seconds it can be used for answering the question. The correct answer is the third one. Okay, 1C, formation of conidia with penicillium. 2D, budding and yeast. 3E, fragmentation and spirogyra. 4A, production of gemma and marchantia. And 5B, there is regeneration and planaria. Okay, so you are able to select the right answer here. Now here some more point I would like to stress upon. There are three specific areas of that is answer. Formation of conidia occur only in penicillium when compared to all other organisms. Budding also yeast only when compared to other, and also production of gemma, it is present in marchantia only. Okay, so when compared to all other five, suppose you take regeneration present in penicillium also, and also it is present in spirogyra, and also it is present in there is planaria. So it is one of the confusing area. So what you are doing is you are taking some specific area, production of gemma, marchantia. So this is the one which consists of 4A. Understand? So you select this area, and you can neglect other areas and simply answer the question immediately. And this is the regeneration of algae, liverworts, bryophyte, mosses, mosses. Okay, and also the spirogyra regeneration given here. So you can go for additional learning, then only you are able to attend questions asked from the NEET. Okay, only what is given in the book it is used for board exam. Okay, in addition to that, if you are able to learn, you are able to understand all such confusion, you can simply find the answer. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, student. Thank you.